Alright. Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 running on Nintendo Switch. Okay, we just got the Sword March. I think we're still on Chapter 4. I didn't see a Chapter 5 headline.
It's bigger than half a dozen colonies.
Are there really so many people? This is beyond anything we could have imagined.
I mean, yeah, there are a lot of people here.
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros, yeah.
So they're Ouroboros?
And they're from Keves and Agnus.
But they're just a bunch of kids.
Watch yourselves. There could be secret spies.
It's over. This place will be a war zone.
They're all whispering about us.
I feel we're not exactly welcome here.
Uninvited guests, one might say.
They're the ones who led us here.
Oh, hey! Doesn't she look similar to the Mobius we fought at Colony 4?
It's true. Wrinkly prune faces abound here.
Manana spy tiny people too! It's whole undiscovered race!
No. They must be humans just like us.
So you're Ouroboros, eh?
Huh?
You've got what, 1 or 2 years left? Some hope you are.
Don't know why Van Dam wasted that power on you. What was he thinking?
What's your problem? Mind your manners.
Let me introduce you. These were our Ouroboros candidates. They trained relentlessly to fight against Mobius. Each and every one of them.
Whoops.
That includes Shania there.
Candidates?
You happy that you stole Ouroboros from us?
All right, that's enough. Whatever the reason, the old man did choose them. To be fair, they have gone against quite a few Mobius already. They're the real thing, all right. You heard Shania's reports.
What reports?
I had her monitor your actions with extreme scrutiny. All the way from the valley.
Huh?
Since way back then?
Together, we are united in our cause.
Miss Vandam.
All right then.
Please, it's not their fault. They're not a bad lot, really.
That's easy for you to say.
Well, that was awkward as all ash.
Always nice to see a new face. I'll introduce you to them another time.
All right.
You said that you were monitoring us earlier.
For
So
a
is
husband.
that why you stormed the castle?
After the Ouroboros stone activated, Shania relayed the info straight back to us. So I've been looking for a chance to contact you.
Oh, really?
We reckoned that you would just head straight here. What we did not expect was for you to dive straight into the heart of the enemy's base. I was flipping out. Your actions were so reckless. I started to wonder if our saviors were just a bunch of raving lunatics. It kind of looked that way.
That's a little...
Too harsh.
Sorry, poor choice of words. How about hotheads?
Yeah, that's not a lot better.
Still, it helped us complete one of our primary objectives. Securing a number of growth modules.
What are those?
I'll show you. You'll find it quite interesting. It's the very reason why we fight.
Always nice to see a new face.
God, this place is huge. There's so much cool stuff to look at.
Now I know how you guys felt in Colony 4.
Right? At least they warmed up to us eventually. Maybe it'll be the same here. So that girl was keeping an eye on us. Did you notice, Mimi? No. She didn't so much as make my ears twitch. Huh. Would you believe it?
We're now more or less above the Sword's Hilt Guard. Even this place was once ravaged by war. By Keves and Agnus.
Has the war really spread this far?
There's even more. More husks underneath. Thanks.
This right here is what the world is really like. Designed to keep us shackled.
Keep us shackled?
Huh. Would you believe it?
Hey, Noah. You know that pile of husks earlier? You aren't thinking about sending those on, are you?
Aren't those...
Cradles.
Your so-called cradles are the growth modules that birthed you. You were conscripted from birth, trained to kill one another ruthlessly and steal each other's life. That life energy pours into the flame clocks, becoming the fuel that feeds Mobius. In order for Mobius to exist, they must continue to claim life energy. And these cradles right here, they're used to recycle your lives.
Ethel.
Yeah. You live your lives in servitude so that Mobius can exist. And even in death, there's no release. You'll just keep getting recycled.
No way.
There's your shackles. Soldiers bound by Mobius's shackles are destined only for mutual destruction. Those who lose their lives in battle, they're reborn anew. They wake from a castle cradle, a blank slate without a scrap of their former memories.
Wait. Then... that husk I saw...
But, if we keep your lives bound to the bodies, as we're doing here, they're of no use to them. This way, we can whittle away at their power.
So you've been doing this over and over again, then?
That's right. You don't want to know for how long, believe me. And yet, the price we pay to take down just a handful of Mobius is immeasurable. The city's residents, we're all descendants of the first Ouroboros.
The first Ouroboros?
What's a descendant?
Right. That's not a word you'd have any use for either, I suppose. Better to see for yourselves. Come, I'll show you.
So we're born to fight. And then we die. Over and over and over.
I can hardly believe it, but it was Ethel, without a doubt.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep track of where I'm going. This place is huge. Ooh, boy, very Final Fantasy-esque music here.
Where are we?
This is a maternity ward.
Maternity?
Doctor, may I? Come.
What was that? A burrito? Well, makes a lot of noise. Actually, I don't know if burritos exist in this world. Probably not. Wait, are the nopons grown too? I guess they would have to be. Since they're not aware of the cycle of life either.
It's so small.
It's a little person.
It's so teensy tiny, but it move.
Much rejoicing!
It's okay to touch her.
Well. I mean, I wouldn't let a stranger touch my baby.
She's so warm.
Place one finger in her palm.
Yeah, it's fascinating now.
Hey, Senna! Look at this!
Until they found out that they can grab your hair.
Too. Whoa, you're right. Mimi, it's
Oh,
incredible.
that was all the fingers. Wait,
Let me have a turn.
one finger. What? It's all the fingers again.
This is incredible, Senna.
Funny, right? But this is human beings' true nature. If you want the ins and outs, go and ask the doctor.
Oh, that's a long lesson.
All right then, lads and lasses. Who wants to know how babies are made?
Well,
Well, you're in for a surprise.
got a couple terabytes of educational material for you. But don't be too shocked at some of them.
This is how it should be. This is human nature. We are born defenseless, grow up. Then those who find a spouse create new life together, age, then return to the earth.
We call it torture, well, but you know.
Thank you. I mean it.
Monica, what was that word you used? Spouse?
A partner in romance.
The
feeling of having someone very precious to you. That'd be one way of putting it. You'll understand too someday. Or it might be that you already do.
Yeah, I don't see anybody that you can actually talk to, so maybe that part of the world isn't activated yet.
Tyon, look.
It looks the same as the one before.
Who are they?
The first Ouroboros. The founders, we call them.
The first Ouroboros?
That one. She looks a bit like Mimi.
Look at this. He's got Noah's chin.
And the others don't look like anyone.
Tell us about them.
Long, long ago, they gained the power of Ouroboros. It let them match Mobius blow for blow. The city folk you see here, we're all descended from them.
Bound by their blood?
It was the Queens, so they say. Keves and Agnus. Their powers united created Ouroboros. Ouroboros are the only ones that can take down a Mobius. Although, there can only be 6 Ouroboros alive at one time. By activating the stone's cage here, those with aptitude can become Ouroboros.
Only 6? Why so few of them?
I get it. That's why they got so upset.
Finally clicked? There's only so many seats and stones. The one that my father was moving. It took a long time to be found.
Think I'm finally getting the gist of this whole Ouroboros deal. But the queens?
Not those sham figureheads in the castles. The real queens.
Yes, real queens. I knew that soulless piece of clockwork junk wasn't the real deal. Does that mean our queen is false too?
We're still trying to pinpoint the true queens. They're out there somewhere, sleeping.
What for?
Why else? To take our world back from Mobius and set things to rights. The true queens will help us there.
Hang on a bleeding second. Ouroboros were born, like, generations ago, right? But you said the queens are sleeping. Are there humans who can even live that long?
Now that, I don't know too much about.
Then what do you know?
Well, the legend goes that both of the queens, their lifespans are supposed to be incomparably longer than ours.
And you're pinning your hopes on that?
At the moment, that's about all we can do.
All right. So, when the world is back to rights, then what?
The people you've seen here, the way they live their lives, that could be everyone. Babies, children, adults, the old, they're all a part of nature's cycle.
And that would go for us too?
There'll be more to life than just fighting to survive. We'll weave the tale that we were always meant to tell.
Don't give up. 10 years? You kids deserve better. The only thing that can change all this is the will of Ouroboros. You kids and your lot.
Though, some of us around here still ain't too keen on the idea.
What?
So, those people from before?
They're happy living in the moment. As long as they can hide away and cover their eyes, they don't give a damn about the rest.
So our lives mean nothing to it?
If they can't see or hear you, then as far as they're concerned, you don't even exist.
Closing their eyes to what's in front of them.
A lot of folks here think that way.
But that's just like Mobius. Then the only difference is whether or not they benefit directly.
You catch on quick. I can see why my dad chose you guys. But the will of the Founders, it lives on in us warriors. Mobius can't reign forever. If we can continue freeing young folk like you, maybe life can get back to how it should be. That would be best for all of us.
For sure. I'm with you. I think we'd have to be lunatics not to believe you, after what you've shown us.
I believe it too. Seeing how you live your lives, it made me feel really envious. Feeling that warmth, part of nature's cycle. We need to protect that.
I agree. It was so precious.
Well, I just look that way until they get a little older. Stops becoming precious pretty quickly. Shania. More walking to do? This is the last stretch. Let's get you to the dorms. The Keves and Agnus warning levels have combined to form a single Mobius warning level. I guess I really haven't been paying attention to that.
Man, I think I need some time to process all this. Yeah, quite a weight to carry. Absorbing all this in one go.
This is the dorms for young lost number soldiers. You can sleep here while you're in the city. You can ask that guy about your rooms. Oh, and sadly there's no kitchen in the building. A lot of the single soldiers eat at the Michiba canteen. But if you want to do your own cooking, feel free to use that empty plot of land over there. Got it. Thank you, Monica. Tomorrow we have a lot to discuss. Agreed. How shall we arrange that? Meet me in the Lost Numbers War Room. It's the place down the lift from near the Praetorian Hill, which we passed on the way here. I'll let you know closer to the time. Oh, before I forget. You're free to explore the city as you will. Is that really okay? I said we weren't hostile, right? I thought you'd be pleased not to have me breathing down your necks. No, we're grateful. Thanks for everything. The rooms are ready for you now. How about getting some rest? Yeah, sure. We don't need to really explore it right now.
N, you say?
You know him?
I know of him, definitely. He's been a real thorn in the city's side.
Sounds rough.
He slaughtered many of my people in cold blood.
Oh, and that's me.
Why bring him up?
That's older me.
No reason.
Hmm?
What's wrong? Is it something Monica said? Is there a problem?
No. Don't worry about it. It's just a passing thought.
Yeah? Oh, I got some news earlier. We're not sleeping in tomorrow. Our briefing starts early. Get some rest while you can.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Okay. Good night.
Yeah. Night.
About those 2 terabytes of videos he showed us. Wow, soft beds are really comfy. Who knew? I'm fairly sure you've always slept well, even in sleeping bags. Same. You lot, weren't you even a little nervous? Clearly you were nervous enough for all of us, judging by those dark circles under your eyes. I couldn't just meekly go to sleep after getting here and processing all that information. That sounds more like excitement than nerves, if you ask me. Well, it looks like last night's jumble of information will be sorted out in the war room. Right. We should probably start making a move over to the war room then. Right, agreed. Monica said you take the lift down from near the Praetorian Hill, right? That's the Sword's Hilt Guard. All the way there, huh? Okay then. Yep. Oh, now we can talk to people. Lots of people. Grandpa and Grandma are always reading me books. It's super kind of them. Grandma, Grandpa, You mean those wrinkly dudes, right? That's right. That's your dad's dad and your dad's mum, and your mum's dad or your mum's mum. Oh, you're making my head spin here, bud.
Always nice to see a new face. I'm just gonna lie here and you can't stop me.
Let's see, did we earn enough? A little bit.
I definitely feel stronger.
Personal hygiene is every soldier's duty.
Just part of the protocol, innit? All right, everyone. Time to head out.
Yeah, there's like so many levels to the city. It'd be hard to navigate. Is it difficult to become a Ouroboros candidate? Oh yeah, to qualify you have to pass the exam, and that's held just once every 4 years. Only 10 can get in, 4 of which are reserves. There are a lot of applicants, but only the very best make it.
Always nice to see a new face.
However you look at it, Veronica was a great man and a heroic fighter. He ceded his position as elder to Monica so that he could carry on fighting in the front lines. Each time he rode back into the city on his Levness, he brought back a brand new tale of valor and daring do. Yes, and I certainly wasn't the only one who was eager to hear them either. He inspired courage in all of us, not just the lost numbers. He was a great example right up to his final moments.
Always nice to see a new face.
Outside, thunder with noise of war, but inside of city happily safe. Gigi have eye patch, so Gigi never leave home without. Well, I didn't think Nopon had any need for eye patches. Gah, keep voices down, or Gigi have to admit it merely stylish affection.
Always nice to see a new face.
All the city's residents are descendants from the 6 houses. I can trace my roots back to House Ortiz, Monica's to House Vandam, and so on and so forth. And in remembrance of our ancestors' endeavors, our eye patches are each adorned with the pattern of our respective house. Guests like you have to make do with just plain, boring old versions, I'm afraid. So there might be a new recipe we need to learn here. Acapaza a la city? Yeah, sure.
That's good. Has everybody had their fill? Ooh, a new recipe. Can't wait. Just part of the protocol, innit?
Let's keep things on a tight loop.
Always nice to see a new face.
I thought there were a lot more new conversations. No? Ah, where everybody else is. So, you smashed up the castle's annihilator, huh? We used the chaos you kindly created to kick Keves in the proverbial by raiding the pods. You Ouroboros, you're like a star of hope rising above this city. You've set an awfully high standard for yourselves.
Always nice to see a new face.
I think the lost numbers are wrong to carry on stealing cradles at the risk of exposing themselves. All they're doing is giving the enemy more hostages, and yet they still carry on. We all know what kind of atrocities are going on in the castles. Daddy, could we get this book?
Always nice to see a new face.
Sure thing, champ. And what a good choice. They'll probably help with your studies. Shop of Wellwell is general store passed down through many generations of traders. Ancestors of Wellwell travel whole of world in caravan, but one day decide to stop caravan and settle here. After that, shop deal in many goods, many goods, artistic things, Nopon craft, fun printed matters, important service to city friends.
Always nice to see a new face.
What's up? Am I a rare sight to you? The city's got 3 types of folk: promising youngsters, hardworking adults, and old folks with time on their hands. Time on your hands? Like you don't have anything you need to do? We paint, write poetry, play an instrument, or in my case, have a good old drink every day. So, deadbeat.
What you got? Always nice to see a new face.
I so want some new clothes. You might have to be a bit patient.
Interesting news.
Alright, we got things to talk about. I very much appreciate the scavenger force retrieving those supplies. It sure ain't an easy job. They're going to the Noah wetlands next. The fight never stops for them.
This sounds pretty serious.
You find what it is you're looking for in the end. That was the last thing that my brother Yu said to me. He made up his mind to head on out on that important mission with Veronica, but he never came back. It's hard losing someone important. My brother was a fighter. He was prepared to do what he had to for his family, but that doesn't make me miss him less.
Always nice to see a new face.
Is that a hospital? Oh yeah, this is the maternity ward. The Elder might be welcoming Ouroboros with open arms, but I doubt everyone will feel the same. Please, don't disturb the peace we have here in the city.
Always nice to see a new face.
I dare say there are quite a few questions you'd like to put to me right now. But if you aren't sick or wounded, please stay out of the medical facility if you don't mind. Your presence is bound to cause fuss, you see. Please bear with me for the sake of the people who need their rest. Oh, like those little baby people? That's right, we have some gravely ill old folk being cared for too. People who are sadly coming to the end of their lives. Oh, well, I actually already went in there. Sorry. The Lost Numbers gear mostly consists of Redux versions of their stuff that we salvage from battlefields. After so many years of tinkering about with this stuff, we've got the process down to a fine art now. All these are pretty good, no? Yeah, totally. You'd never know that this stuff was salvaged from battle wreckage. Actually, I help them out with it from time to time as well.
Always nice to see a new face.
Monica's little crew of running dogs, huh? Well, you can leave me right out of it, whatever it is. Nope, that's not us. What? You ain't Lost Numbers? Well, that's alright then. Not everyone in the city supports the Lost Numbers crew, you know. Some of us want nothing more than a quiet, peaceful life. That's all I want anyway, to be left in peace.
Always nice to see a new face.
I haven't even looked at their arts for a long time now. Oh, they're finally at that level where they can have more stuff. Yeah. Right, hold on a minute. think they're all set for this. Gems are fine. Accessories. Boost smash damage by 50%. Increase topple resistance. Boost damage dealt by 20% when HP is lowered 30%. Boost accuracy during the night. Boost damage dealt when attacking enemies targeting you. Oh, sure. Alright, the soul tree. We have a certain amount to spend, yes. Although everything's expensive now too. Okay, so I only have 80 left.
You found power.
I got a new trick up my sleeve. I got a new trick up my sleeve. I got a new trick up my sleeve.
Radiant ring. Full moon drop. Deadly twister.
I got a new trick up my sleeve.
Yeah, everything's like super expensive now.
A new power, eh?
Healing power.
A new power, eh? A new power, eh? A new power, eh? A new power, eh?
I got 120. Kind of limited there.
More to add to the playbook. 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 Check out this sick new skill! 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 Check out this sick new skill!
Whoa, new power! Whoa, new power! Whoa, new power! Whoa, new power! Whoa, new power!
The city isn't without its own internal squabbles, but at Michiba Canteen everyone is a valued customer. No matter your viewpoints or beliefs, all I want for you is to enjoy some delicious food. Speaking of, I'd recommend Aquapaza a la City, its classic city cuisine.
Always nice to see a new face.
Granddad can carry a great tune. I feel so cheery and breezy when I hear it, like I can get through anything. Some people don't like it though. You can't defeat Mobius with music, they say, but I think the world of Granddad. I want to help people who encourage others, not fight or hurt them.
Always nice to see a new face. You know, you've got to take regular breaks.
Scavenging.
Right then, strategy meeting.
The city's full of things I've never heard of, and all this amazing tech and stuff. But they seem to have to scavenge things like Levnus parts like we do. It'd be a sight harder than just normal scavenging too. Outwitting both Agnus and Keves is to get the stuff they need, not my idea of fun. And they couldn't leave any trace behind either. That's why they have a specialized scavenging force. They're elite, but in a different way to Monica's corps, which fight on the front lines. I assume there can't be many of them, so the force can't stay flexible and mobile. Or like a little secret platoon. Hey, could we pay a visit to non-wetlands ourselves? I'd like to know more about these lost numbers. You're curious about the scavengers? A little. It seems like a lot of hard work. We could lend them a hand. They're probably pretty short-handed over there. At least Uni made it sound like they're a titchy little unit. Oh, so it's my fault, is it? Well, regardless, it'd be a good opportunity to get to know them better. To know wetlands it is. City clothing. So, those clothes we borrowed all that time ago, I guess they were city-made in the first place. Thinking about it, does that mean we might see people with the same outfits walking around? Wait, you don't think my style is not weird or anything, right? I wonder. We did get dressed in a hurry then. There wasn't time to think about style too carefully. Judging from the city people's perspective, it's not possible that something about the ensemble might appear extremely offensive. Oh no, this is what I was afraid of. You look fine, Noah. Don't let Tyon's mutterings get you down. Say, what about Tyon's clothes then? I need my tie to be functional, that's it. It's entirely pointless to worry solely about its appearance. Wow, that's pretty sensible, actually. A very Tyon approach. While we're on the subject, Tyon, there's something I wanted to say for a while now. What is it? Your scarf is deeply uncool. What did you just say? Repeat yourself, I dare you. Ha! I knew it. You're as vain as the rest of us, you poser.
This reminds me.
Did you notice how in the city people called adults like Monica teach those smaller folks things? Not smaller folks, Uni. The word's children. I saw adults reading books to children. It was a really peaceful scene somehow. Yeah, I remember in our old training and lectures, they basically beat stuff into us. Nothing so relaxed as this. I imagine Monica would say this is how things are meant to be. She'd have a point. I can't really imagine those children holding weapons and fighting for their lives. Before Monica became an adult, do you think Guernica read to her like that too? I guess he might have. Strange, isn't it? I can't picture it at all. Yeah, a bit outlandish, isn't it?
Just part of the protocol, innit?
I'm all refreshed and ready to take on the world.
Did you all come from the Ati region? Yes, that's right. Did you happen to bump into my husband? He said he was heading off towards Millik Meadows. Did we?
Always nice to see a new face.
I mean, probably not. That was like 20 hours ago we were there. I don't remember anything about that. This is like a very Final Fantasy tune. Just walking around a big ass city. Talking to every random person you see. Let's see, did we go up here? I don't remember. Okay, nothing up here. Never mind. Let's try and get some free experience. Wander around, find new places. Your friends know, name of lost numbers number 1 Levness is mercenary. Also with containers slotted in, often used to as transport craft or armory. Those would be the Levnesses we saw around the castle. Also, we have little autolevs, about the size of one biggie pawn called Sentry, the special creation of Master Pawn. The ones that we fought in Alfeta Valley, maybe.
Always nice to see a new face.
What's this random paper? Is that sheet music? Someone's sheet music. Oh, okay.
Can't underestimate a bit of good intel.
No, is that all there was to the city? We're getting into like the bowels here? No, I don't quite go there yet.
Elevator down to the war room.
Been a while since my last war council. Hope this isn't one of the boring ones. Huh? What's that?
Oh, we're back here? Okay. Well, I guess it's not as big as I thought it was.
Starving. Got anything I can eat? Right then, strategy meeting.
So, about this sheet music we found in the city. I gave it a play, and the melody made me really happy for some reason. It's so strange. It's completely different to Offseer melodies. It looks like only half the music is in here, though. I'd really like to know the rest. Someone in the city will have dropped it. Should we see if we can find who it belongs to? Yes, please. Okay, let's find out. Let's find somewhere with plenty of people and try asking around.
Where to from here?
We already have our first little mini quest. Oh, okay. Oh, we're gonna ask. Like, we're gonna ask all these people, really? The elder is a lady I admire. Never a stronger woman I have seen. Her father and her spouse together lost, yet still she soldiers on in stern command. As daughter of the noble house of Doyle, I hope I too climb to such a height.
Always nice to see a new face.
This expanse here was once the battleground of Keves and Agnus, and an especially violent one at that. The battle was a swamp for both sides. All that remained was a wasteland mounted high with husks. This was the place that our ancestors made home. It's a strange and haunted sight, but it keeps us safe and hidden. Nothing has really changed since then. We still live here, leading our boxed-in lives, counting out our stagnant little days. Oh, he's a real cheery fellow. Have you seen the founder statues yet? They're statues that got made of the people who originally built the city. Here's a question for you. Who do you think is the coolest of them? Huh? Maybe the one on the far left. Oh, so that's the one you're into, huh? For me, I guess it would be the second from the right.
Always nice to see a new face.
And how do we get to the war room?
We're looking for the person who dropped the sheet music.
Agnes and Keves yesterday.
Sorry, never seen it in my life.
Let's go there first.
Oh well, thanks anyway. Kind of sounds near Automata-ish too. At least that background singing does. Do you know who might have dropped this sheet music? Sheet music? Not a clue, sorry. No worries, thanks anyway. We're looking for the person who's lost the sheet music. Do you have any idea who it might belong to? Well, all out of idea, but can't ask customer if they're missing it. Thank you, I'd appreciate it. Excuse me, we're trying to find the person who dropped the sheet music. Oh, that's Granddad's. I can't believe he's been dropping things in the middle of the street again. He can't keep doing this. Would you mind introducing us to him? We'd actually quite like to meet him. Yeah, why not? Okay, you can help me find him. Knowing Granddad, he's probably standing on a bridge somewhere, worrying himself sick. Thank you. He's really hard to talk to. Okay. His name is Boomer. That's amazing. Excuse me. There you are. Granddad, you dropped your sheet music again. You can't just say you can't write good music and throw everything away. Wait, you wrote this piece? We wanted to know how the rest of it went, so we came looking for you. It's such a lovely melody. I'd love to be able to play it all the way through. Guess he didn't like it. Did he hear me? I think he wants you to go with him.
Always nice to see a new face.
Oh, he's just right here.
Would you believe it?
Oh, we've got to walk slow like him. Ugh. These are the worst quests where you have to walk slowly. You don't need to make it this realistic, your quest. It's okay to pick up the pace for a quest. Make it a little bit more of a video game moment.
Oh, night has fallen.
Okay, Boomer, you can walk faster. My goodness. And jump off the bridge? What are you doing? You use one of the Nopons as a pair of bongos or something. Such pretty music. Nana, dig it. Getting groovy. I think Granddad enjoyed himself. We had fun playing together too. Pretty different from your off-seeing tunes, isn't it? It feels a lot more jaunty. It's true, the simple act of listening makes you feel connected to everyone around you. How bizarre. Manana would like to listen again. I'd like to write something like that one day too. You will, I'm sure of it. Huh.
Would you believe it?
So, my mom got remarried, and now it sounds like her new partner will be moving in with us soon. How would you guys feel if you were in my shoes? Great, I guess? What's remarried? So mums and dads, they get married, but my dad went and died, and my mom got married again. That sounds way complicated. So complicated I don't even know how to respond.
Always nice to see a new face.
I swear there was another star conversation here, no? The Ouroboros stone cage. The object on display upon this plinth is the very first original Ouroboros stone cage. It's important to note that initial designs for the monument are said to have included a statue of the seventh founder in its place. Next to no information remains about the seventh founder's identity, and it is possible that is not due to a simple loss of records. Rather, historians speculate that this is the result of a conscious decision by the seventh founder. House Rhodes. A soldier of Agnus, this founder's fight to the death against the founder of Ortiz, a soldier of Keves, was interrupted by a chance meeting with other founders. Freed from the bondage of her flame clock, she joined the fight against Mobius. Although a soldier, the founder is reported to have been exceedingly gentle and kind at heart. Additionally, her skill in the healing arts greatly contributed to the development of medical science in the city in later ages. And irrespective of starting life as an Agnian soldier, she is said to have surpassed 80 years of age, though the way she achieved that remains shrouded in mystery. House Cassini, in memory of the founder of House Cassini and the city's Liberatrix. Liberatrix? Much like with the founder of Reed, this statue too depicts this founder's respected mentor rather than the founder herself. The mentor boasted a robust physique, wielding 2 great swords at once with utmost ease and facing down Mobius despite the loss of one eye. He lived his life an unsophisticated sort, broad-minded but impassioned, and is said to have aided the founders in the fight against Mobius physically and spiritually. He was further reported to have been a free spirit whose qualities influenced the other founders, still young and impressionable when the city was restored. Indelible proof of this rebellious spirit can be seen time and again in the ethos of the house in generations to come. House Vandam. In memory of the founder of House Vandam, the city's restorer and liberator. The original incarnation of the city was once laid to ruin by Mobius' N's hand. The founder realized fully the power of the Ouroboros, heretofore limited, and fought against N, ousting him. Once victorious, he gathered the old city's people, scattered to the winds, and re-established the city. With the city restored, he left its government in the hands of the founder of Doyle, and departed on a lonely expedition. No records exist of his fate thereafter. Heirs of Vandam's lineage only returned to the city several centuries later. Oral tradition has it that the founder was a master of the classical art of fist fighting, and the scions of House Vandam carry on the customs to this day. Is that supposed to be Faye from Xenogears? I'm having a hard time remembering what all the characters look like. House Doyle. In memory of the founder of House Doyle and the city's Liberatrix, directly descended from those who established the first original city. Her whereabouts were lost after N's ravaging of the city of old, but upon encountering the other founders, she committed herself fully to the fight. The founder is said to have a familial relation to the founder of Vandam, with scant extant records suggesting they were likely brother and sister. She fought alongside the founder of Vandam then, who was the elder of the two and brought the power of Ouroboros to completion. Said to have been bright and wise, this founder laid the cornerstones for much of the city's governance and legal system. House Reed, in memory of the founder of House Reed and the city's Liberatrix. Rather than the founder herself, this statue depicts the founder's mentor figure, standing as a sign of the deep reverence and devotion she felt for her teacher. The founder's master was unconnected to her by bonds of blood, yet he raised her as would befit a child of his own, it is said. Though of a calm and constant disposition, the sight of him on the battlefield, great red sword in hand, struck fear into many a Mobius. And though the vicious struggle against Mobius cost this ferocious warrior his right arm, the loss did nothing to diminish his desire to hone his martial skills each day, standing as vivid testament to his indomitable will. House Ortis, in memory of the founder of House Ortis and the city's liberator. A Kevesi soldier, this founder was released from the flame clock system by the other founders, and henceforth spent every last ounce of his energy for the cause, to liberate the city as one of the first Ouroboros. With surpassing skill in mechanical engineering, the founder fought not with a blade, but with a weapon of his own fabrication. He was also responsible for laying the foundations of all the mechanical systems supporting the city to this day. Following the fight against Mobius, he poured the remainder of his days into rebuilding the city, before finally perishing at the age of 80 years. Though how he attained that feat, despite his origins as a Kevesi soldier, remains unexplained. Okay. Some more lore, I guess. Okay. Ah, there's that other person. Boomer. That's a different tune than the one that was on the sheet music. Did you make it up yourself? Sounds great. This old dude's hardly ever says anything, huh? I think that's everywhere. Oh, I guess we could do this one too. You. Don't worry, we're on your side. We're friends of Monica. We thought you might be able to use a hand. Monica? Then you must be Ouroboros. Fantastic. We're fine here, but the captain up ahead could use some help. Seems like monsters are really slowing down the retrieval. Understood. We'll do what we can. Are you all fine then? Yeah, not to worry. We're 5 by 5. We'll be taking every last bit of plunder back to the city. This wreckage? It's like a treasure trove for us. Can't be wasting a single bit. Are you okay? Is something wrong? A friend of mine died recently. His name was Yu. I see that wreckage, and I just can't help but think about the folks who died here. We should be grateful for everything left there. That's a feeling I understand well.
Always nice to see a new face. Gonna blast them into next week. All set and ready to tumble.
Come here! I got something for you!
Thanks for the support.
Go! No! Enemy's broken away from me! Back up! Come here! I got something for you!
Wow, thanks. I'm still okay.
I'll help you! No! Enemy's broken away from me! I'll begin with you!
What's wrong with you, Senna? You're getting your ass kicked.
Come here! I got something for you! Appreciate it!
Energy grip. I'm still okay. I'll punch you. Stay with me.
Yes! Moon butterfly blade!
Break.
I'm on the
Point.
Try!
You're doing great out there, Lance. Gotcha, giant. Close the way. Great. Strong now.
I'm not strong enough to punch your lights out!
Oh, that's right, we don't have a hero with us. I was like, I think one person's missing.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
I don't know, this does not seem like a good combination of classes. They take way too long to kill stuff.
Let's get it done snappy.
I don't think we'll run into any issues.
Well, that means we have to fight more, so increase their rank. It'll just be tough battles.
It means there were no holes in my strategy.
Well, looky here, the Ouroboros themselves. Mizuki told me you were coming. Ooh, that's a voice and a half. Yeah, ha ha, how rude of me. Rest assured that we will leave no trace of our existence. Well, I'm glad you're so enthusiastic. It's taking you some time to retrieve everything, I hear. Had a bit of trouble with Garafas, you see. I don't know what's got them in such a tiz. They just won't seem to leave our salvage alone. It's proving nigh impossible to get our hands on those Levnis pots. I'd like to retrieve them undamaged if possible. So you just need to bash up some Garafas? Piece of cake. Recovery of resources is the goal. Engaging the enemy is secondary to that. Repeat. Gah, where did that come from? That's the order of priority. Don't you forget it. We support more lives with our scavenging than you know. Always keep that in mind. Got that? Yes, ma'am. Good lad. Don't worry. It's part of a rookie's job to make mistakes, you know? Rookie? You're the new recruits, aren't you? Now come on, pick up the pace. Use your powers and whatnot to retrieve those parts. Thanks in advance.
Always nice to see a new face.
Okay. Like so many elite creatures here. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's, you know, much later area in the game. Perfect, done. No pawn coins or bonus experience. I'm always up for bonus experience.
Let's get it done snappy.
Enemy's broken away from me. Come here, I got something for you.
You didn't disappoint.
Enemy's broken away from me.
Giant.
Come here, I got something for you.
You didn't disappoint.
Enemy's broken away from me. Butterfly. Come here, I got something for you. I'm more than strong enough to punch your lights out.
Overfall.
Butterfly. Enemy's broken away from me.
I've got support covered. Thanks for the support.
Come here.
Another knock on my
For
belt.
you.
Wow, too easy. Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
Gonna blast them into next week.
Stay alert and alive.
I see you! Keep it up here! I got something for you!
Thanks for the support.
Enemy's broken away from me! Go! Overboard here! I got something for you!
Thanks for the support.
Enemy's broken away from me! Go here! I got something for you! Enemy's broken away from me!
Strong now.
I'm more than strong enough to punch your lights out! I see you! Alright, keep them coming! You're a fireland! Don't get in the way! Not a bad move!
Power of
Time to wheel out the big gun! You ain't ready for this!
you like Angry momentum.
We can do better yet! I see you, Mundo!
Giant.
Burning red!
Punch
Tissue healing is also crucial. Nice! Push through! Good job, Uni! Italy's nearly out!
Fire.
Burning red!
Sword.
I got something for you!
Let's go. I can feel it in my bones. Big.
Go!
Big impact.
I'm here! You're a fireland!
Keep piling on the damage. Now we can finish him. Yeah. Time to really go for it.
Whoa! Got a rare doodah right here!
Nicely done. And no significant damage to note. Nothing to sneeze at, eh? That's Ouroboros for you, I suppose. So we finally convinced her. This was a test from the get-go, wasn't it? I suppose you wanted to know if the power of the famous Ouroboros would mesh with the Lost Numbers way of life. So you saw through us. You're smarter than I thought you'd be. It's good to know how the scavenger troops feel about us anyway. Thank you for telling us. I'm the one who should be thanking you. Thanks to you, I got to keep my team safe. Mizuki's a newlywed, you know, and I couldn't face May if anything happened to him. But I digress. Better get the troops home safely, eh? Thanks for your help. Pleasure working with you, Ouroboros.
Huh. Would you believe it?
Okay, another quest down. Hit more main quests.
Let me check.
Off we go. Huh? Hey, did you guys hear something?
Okay then. Sneaking into Agnus Castle, huh?
Seems we won't be catching a break anytime soon. So this person who knows where the true queens are... who was it again?
You're looking for Gondor.
Ah, that's right. So then, we've just got to find this Gondor, break him out of the prison camp and get the spark out of there.
Luckily, they don't kill us immediately after we've been captured. We're held beneath the castle, in a detention facility.
To perform forced labor?
There's that as well. But mostly, it's to set an example.
Example?
On the day of an eclipse, once a year, they hold a mass execution of prisoners at Hope's Rest, a hill on the castle's south edge. The whole event gets projected, high into the sky.
Oh no. So that's what you meant.
It's to show us we're powerless.
And the place they do this is Hope's Rest. What kind of sick joke is that?
The next eclipse falls about a month from now. So that's our deadline for what we've got to do. Contact the prisoner and get the intel on the queens.
A month.
Mio.
Well, no two ways about it. We better get started now.
Yeah, and we better hurry. We can't waste a single day.
Let's say we make it in without a hitch. Won't the you-know-what give us away?
Uni, I don't think we do know.
The red glowing Mobius eye thing.
Oh, that.
Those eye patches I gave you? There's a special alloy embedded in them. Long as you got that, you'll be near invisible. Slip clean under their noses.
And after we've got the info, how do we get out?
You've put the Kevesi Annihilator out of commission. I'm sure you'll think of something.
Even if we get out, what about your lot?
You don't need to worry about them. They knew the risk.
That doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, well, that's how we do things.
But still.
I'll tell you too. Be prepared to make sacrifices.
All right. However, only as our absolute last resort. Is that fair?
That's awfully kind of you. But kind doesn't win wars. There's a Nopon called Samon in engineering. He'll be able to find you a way into the castle. Get the details from him.
Mr. Salmon's engineering department. Go down the lift near Dolgan Cliff, and you'll find it in no time. It's the big lift you took to get up here. You know the one. I don't really. Right. Well, that's it. Ciao. Oh, what? You're not going to show us the way? There's a strategy meeting we have to be at, discussing what to do after the infiltration. Oh, you're infiltrating the prison too? Well, it was originally our plan. I see. Looking forward to working with you then. Yeah, sorry, not going to be all buddy-buddy with you. Wow, what crawled up his arse? Look at it from their perspective. We essentially took the Ouroboros powers that were originally intended for them. But what does that have to do with any of this? Let's just play our part for now. We should head to engineering. I joined the Lost Numbers in the hopes of becoming a fine as man as Guernica, in the hopes of becoming as strong and as kind as him, and yet even as of this day it still remains an aspiration. More new conversations?
Push this thing here and... off we go.
Oh, hey, perfect timing. You lot have already smashed up a few flame clocks so far, right? Yeah, a few, I guess. Why? Well, thing is, the lost numbers are going to start paying out a bounty for damage dealt to Mobius. Here you go.
Always nice to see a new face.
Gondor is the only one who knows the whereabouts of the real queens. I really hope everything works out. You don't think we can handle it? No, it's got nothing to do with you guys or the plan. Sorry, I just forget I said anything. The boss will have my guts for garters if I say something I'm not supposed to.
Off we go.
The lost numbers are short on snipers, right? It's just that I've been considering changing my role. You're changing your blade again? Are you really sure you found the right role this time? Captain Kabata can be pretty pushy sometimes, right? She seems really scary at first. But once you get to know her, you'll get that she's always taking care of us, and she has a great rep for training newbies. Once she told me that she was pouring all the energy from the kids that she didn't have into making us strong. Having kids is the norm in the city, so people whisper about it, but she laughs it off, says you find your own way in life. I think she's so cool. Hope I can be the captain. I hope I can be like the captain and choose my own way to live too.
Huh. Would you believe it?
Oh, what the heck is inside of a... Wait, how do I get in there then? There's a door here? Ah, yeah, of course it's locked. What the... what the heck? I get to come back here later or something? You're safe here in the city. Take your time. It might be the only genuine rest you get. Just don't forget about the operation. We've only got around a month to pinpoint the Queen's locations.
You know, you've got to take regular breaks. About that thing.
Apparently, the Lost Numbers can use all different kinds of blades, just like us. Monica did say that the city's people were originally one of a kind with the Ouroboros. So you'd say that explains the similarity with us. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Even so, though, it's not many people that can master fighting with multiple blade forms, it seems. If you don't commit, your form's gonna be sloppy and you'll get bad habits. I think I'll always prefer using what I'm good at. I'd like to get at least a basic understanding of all of them. Nothing beats flexibility on the battlefield. Me, I'm a power girl through and through. What the spark's a power girl? Ah, never mind. I caught your drift. It's important to remember, though, even though we have Ouroboros powers, it's still a matter of effort to achieve proficiency.
We need to lay all this out.
We've been through a lot since we settled on getting to the city, huh? But we all made it through in one piece. That's something to be thankful for. Yeah. We're seeing a world that we've never known before, experiencing it for the first time. I just wish I could have let Guernica know that too. If it wasn't for him, we'd have been cut down right where we stood. Yep, or maybe just ended up blindly killing each other in battle like every other schmuck. I'm glad it didn't come to that. Yeah, think about it. What the old man gave us, it was immense. But in the end, we won't know a flippin' thing about the guy, will we? Kinda sucks. I mean, it's pretty late in the day, but I really want to know more about him. I wonder what his motive was for giving us this power. No, in fact, I think we have a duty to find out. Because like him, we stand together with the people of the city. Seems all the city folk thought he was a pretty awesome guy, huh? Especially Monica. He was a really special person for her, right? Indeed, Monica was referring to him as Dad, even. It's a city custom. That's what they call the person who raises them. Perhaps we can ask Monica about Guernica to find out what he really thought. After all, we're carrying his dreams now, fighting to make them real. Oh, we just talked to her.
Break time's over.
I was like, where'd you run off to? Boy, she's fast. Brew? You already know this, but Agnus and Keves have been fighting forever. And we've been living so that we escape notice of Agnus, Keves, and Mobius for just as long. I think it's about time we stop living this way, don't you?
Always nice to see a new face.
I have no idea how to get to her. Is she on the lowest floor, it looks like?
Monica, can we talk?
What's up? Sounds ominous.
We were hoping we could ask you about someone. Guernica, in fact.
About Dad?
Everyone in the city speaks so highly of him. But we still don't know a whole lot about him. I think we owe him that much.
Alright. Where do you want to start?
You were brought up by him, right? So, we thought you'd probably understand him better than anyone else.
I wish that were the case. The Guernica Van Dam that I knew was a man that I always looked up to. He was always busy keeping the city together or fighting out on the front line. Always distant. After I chose a military life, he didn't even talk to me like a parent anymore.
You mean... you weren't on very good terms?
I got to know the man, I think. But not the father. I just thought that we'd have more time together.
Huh. Hey, boss. You're making the kids feel guilty.
Sorry. I don't blame you guys for any of this. Dad, Guernica, died in the line of duty, trying to accomplish his aim. But that's not all. He died fighting for what he believed in, and he saw it through. Of that much, I'm sure.
For what he believed in.
Well, about that, there still might be a bit of unfinished business there. He sure was adamant about getting stuff home to people.
Yeah, for certain.
Sorry, what do you mean exactly?
Personal effects from the deceased. Things that family and friends can remember them by. We don't leave any other mark behind that says, we were here, you see? If there are people waiting for you, then you just want to leave something behind, whatever it may be. I was in the rear guard. I know just how dangerous that battlefield was. Maybe it's better not to dwell on that. But there are personal items that have been left behind though, right? Huh? Maybe you'd let us do something to help out with that. It must be really painful for the people who never got the chance for closure.
Yeah, right. I'm starting to get a handle on how they see things in the city. Sort of.
But if there's something we can do about it, I want to try to help.
I appreciate the sentiment, guys. But why go to all this trouble?
Well, we'll get some closure from doing this too. We were losing friends every day.
And before we became Ouroboros, some of us used to be Offseers. Guernica went to all that trouble for others. And when it happened, he was thinking of everyone waiting for him in the city. So I'd like to help his voice find its way.
Much appreciated. Speaking personally, good on you.
Travis, could you pull up the tactical register?
Roger that. Give me a moment. There's the data. We've got a list of deceased soldiers and the likely locations where they fell. Could you check out the waypoints around Alfeto Valley?
That's some impressive precision.
Kind of you to notice. See, that's the thing about us lost numbers. We just don't know when to quit.
Okay, guys. It's up to you now. When you're done, could you meet me at the Remembrance Stones?
Got it. You have my word.
Would you believe it? Getting kinda hungry here.
Oh, no, you're not. You're not hungry. We just ate. Give me a break.
If you want the job done right, I think I deserve a thank you, don't you? Feels nice filling all that in. I think I deserve a thank you, don't you?
And a lot of these are repeats. No, we can't use her, or she's already in our party. No, okay, she's not, so we can't use her.
Leave it to me.
We've been spotted. Why? Come here! I got something for you!
Cheers, you're a gem. Break! Sit!
Overboard!
Overboard!
Wide slash!
Nature!
Keep it up, Senna!
Sit! Knock back! Wide slash! Break!
Butterfly blade!
Liberation! Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
Guys, get ready to fight!
Wait, what are we fighting?
Oh, we can tussle! Come here! I got something for you!
I feel better already. Force of nature!
Overboard! Come here! I got something for you!
Wow, thanks.
Jump banner! Butterfly blade! Ha! Cheeky!
Wide slash! Liberation!
Feel that? Oh, yeah!
Strength! It's amazing!
Feel the power!
There's no getting up from this.
I'll set this right. Here, you're all right.
Thank you.
Come here! I got something for you!
I'm fit to burn. Creep! Come on now!
Let's use it to the max!
Now we're through the thing.
Keep on pelting you. Nice move, Kyle.
All figured out. Energy grenade!
I see you, fan! Butterfly blade!
No level up!
Here we go! Too late for crying, time to win out the big gun! Feeling that white hot passion!
I'll keep on pelting them.
Nice! That's how you pull off a win.
Yeah. See if we can keep this up.
With the fighting here, back to the city with you. Oh, okay, not far away.
I'll whack 'em good! I got something for you!
Cheers, you're a gem.
Why?
Grenade!
Come here! I got something for you!
You didn't disappoint.
Enemy's broken away from me! Come here! I got something for you!
You didn't disappoint. Secret attack.
I want to surrender before we grind you into dust!
You want some more?
Mundo! Butterfly
Energy
blade!
grenade! Here we go, then. So much energy. Fire!
No love lost!
Keep on pelting them. Nice move, Kyle.
Move, press our advantage.
Keep it up, Neil.
I've weakened them. Wait to show us, Juniper. Right, left.
Go! Go! Go, banner! No love lost!
Hammerhead. I'm gathering momentum.
We can do better yet. Let's go them.
I can feel it in my bones. Fire! On the damage.
Show us what you've got, Senna.
Sword of Valor. Swing.
And Lance clinches it!
Ah, give me a break. We all worked hard for that.
Let's get it done snappy.
I'll show you how we hunt in colony.
Multi-black.
Come here! I got something for you!
Thanks for the support. Break.
Enemy's broken away from me!
Liberation.
Juniper.
Here, overboard. Wild down. All right. Things are getting moving.
You want to tussle? Oh, come here! I got something for you!
Thanks for the support. Hammerhead. Don't let you, Uni.
Wide slash! Airback!
Overboard. Nature. Overfall.
Gemini!
Wild slash.
Mundo! Go!
Break.
me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
Oh, okay, I'll take the stuff back. Zula's belongings. I bet you were in a lot of pain. It's okay, we'll take your stuff back.
We've brought their belongings. Thanks. Means a lot. Can you lay them out here?
Now you mention it, didn't Monica put an eye patch here?
Yeah, that was Guernica's.
What does it mean exactly? Placing people's belongings here?
How can I explain it? You guys have off-seeing, right? I guess this is our version of that.
Off-seeing for city folk.
You got here first.
Boss, we were waiting for you.
Brother, you.
Zua, you made it back.
Hiwa, you always kept such good care of this. Now look at it. I just wish that we could have talked more. But you're home now.
Thanks to you, these people got a chance to say farewell to their loved ones. And I got to fulfill Dad's dying wish. Thank you.
Wouldn't playing the flute kind of give away our position? Though I imagine all the consoles know where this is. Not exactly hidden, it's a giant sword that can be seen from all across the world.
The moats.
Sparkles fly! You're finally home.
Hiwa.
These people, they weren't just sacrifices. They've entrusted us all with the future. As the Founders did. Looking back is not an option.
He's like, wow, what kind of mood breaker there, girl. That was a nice little quest. That was a nice little quest. I didn't think we'd get any quests in this city.
So that was enough seeing. The sound of that music, it's really something else. I don't think anyone here will forget this day, as long as they live.
The Fallen never got to win their battles, but maybe now they can get some rest.
Yeah, finally. Speaking of, you ought to get some rest too. You're gonna be pretty busy from now on.
You said it, boss. Wait, just how busy are we talking here?
From now on, I'll be traveling with Noah's crew.
Huh? But then who's gonna handle things in the city?
You'll be here, won't you, Travis?
Like father, like daughter, eh?
Dad spent his life on the front line, and I want to carry on that tradition. I understood that when I heard the Officers play. It has to be me. I have to carry on his legacy, fulfill his hopes. I'll fight for you now. Call on me anytime you need my help.
Thank you. That's truly heartening.
I hope we'll get to know each other outside of battle too. There's so much I'd like to ask you. About yourself, the city.
No worries.
A word of warning, guys. The boss's stories are long.
If you've got time to rip on the boss, I might just assign you some more duties, Travis.
Oh.
Well, at least I won't have to worry about the city while I'm gone. Just holler if you need me.
We'll take you up on that.
Oh, okay. Now we can use her.
The battle for the future is here, and we're on the front line.
The uni gets her, huh? Class, Lost Vanguard, role Defender. Protects allies by deploying fields, specializes in countering enemy attack, and can deal damage while guarding.
Hold on a minute.
Alright, well, might as well give that to her now.
Nothing's getting past me.
Hold on a minute.
Okay, so now, guess we just do the main quest. It was at just your age when my grandchild joined the Lost Numbers, but he went missing on his very first mission. We should never have let him go. I regret it to this day. But now I have the power to at least oppose what the Lost Numbers are doing.
Would you believe it?
Our job isn't just scavenging, you know. We recover modules too. Both of those tasks go towards protecting our lives, in here and now. It's the same as for both Keves and Agnus, right? We all raid each other to sustain ourselves. The pattern never changes. But sometimes I'm haunted by the feeling that we could all just find a way to live together somehow. That never happens, especially in this world. Hey, I just heard. Monica's going with you to the front, right? She must be brave to take that step. I don't know if I have it within me to make a decision like that. Guernica never made it back, and neither did you. But that's the thing about fighters. When they come up against something scary, they can't just pretend they didn't see it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pile more worry on you like that. Just hold on to your lives. Nothing's more important after all.
Always nice to see a new face.
Okay, where do we head now? Yeah, quest-related event. I have no idea how to get there.
Come to uni.
Something so valuable here. Every day's a training day.
This thing, I thought I got this quest. That's why it's weird that it's locked. I mean, what's our other outstanding quest? It's just this one. But I don't know if we can do it.
Scratch that. Scratch that. Scratch that. Scratch that.
Ugh, there's so many places I haven't gone.
So much to see, huh?
Excuse me, are you Salmon? Most indeed, and our friends famed Ouroboros? I hear everything from Monica. We'll lend spare a ship to friends, no worry. Thank you very much for this. She good ship. Boundary the name. Friends feel free to use. Whoa, nice piece of kit this. I've never seen a real ship before, except in the textbooks. If friends feeling gratitude can show respect by add Mr. to start of name. Mr. Salmon. Sorry to cut the pleasantry short, but could you tell us more about the infiltration plan? Yeah, at least ask about boat first, meh? Bah, fine. Salmon explains, so listen up. Surrounding of Agnus Castle under exceptionally strict guard, nothing to unexpect. Even with most state-of-the-art cloaking device, approached by Levness greeted with shooting and shouting and a short, sharp landing. That's why we plan to approach en route that go around Erythia Sea. From the sea, huh? Wait, if they discover us in the drink, then aren't we really royally snuffed? Erythia Sea shrouded in black fog. If used ship to glide along the surface of sea, will not show up on radar scan from above. Right, good thinking. Before proceed to explain nitty-gritty, must take ship shape. Must make ship shape. Or ship shape. Friends have to help also. It not run as is? There are not enough fuel for a runnage of boundary. Ah, so that's the problem. It sounds like you need some good old-fashioned physical labor. Sign me up. I'm happy to see friends so enthusiastic. Could never hope to even carry 300 ether cylinder by own self, so things looking choppy. 300? Do we really need that many? Friends must remember, once depart on ship, there are nowhere to top up before land of destination. That does make sense. Sure, but where the spark are we gonna find that many cylinders? Not here, for sure. That for sure. We pour all fuel we had into making prototype. In other words, we had to figure out the whole supply chain from nothing. Perish thought, friend. Salmon never expect friends could provide alone. Only need to assist associate of Salmon. Would like friends to go see Timna and explain situation. And that person can get us the cylinders. Assuredly, Timna come from one of 6 mighty houses. Should be no big deal to part with 100 ether cylinders or even 1,000. What are these 6 houses? Very fancy houses in holding of very important people. Alright, we got it. Where can we find this Timna? In Kalem residential quarter of the city. Great, let's go then.
Always nice to see a new face.
Oh, a container.
Actually, did we get all the mappings here? Why are these two the only ones pushing things? What? I guess just because I'm playing Uni, I suppose.
Come to uni.
they're really not going to show me how to get there?
Hold on a minute.
According to Mr. Salmon, Timna's place should be around here.
Do you really think she can come up with 300?
Hey, so my dad came back from an expedition, and guess what? He brought a fortune clover. Oh, I'm so jelly. You'll have to see. You'll have 7 in no time. Miss Timna, we've come on an errand from Semen. Oh, really? And what might he need? Well, he found himself quite urgently needing a large quantity of fuel, so... I don't need the preambles, Duck. This is Semen we're talking about. I'm sure he's got a whole lot of guff to sell me. Well, I wouldn't quite... It's quite alright. What's he after? Tell me plainly. 300 ether cylinders. Planning something big again, isn't he? Not to worry, I'll have them prepared. Or, well, I'd love to do that for you, but lately the conservative lot have been buzzing around. Such a pain. The truth is, we haven't been able to secure a surplus for ourselves either. What now? They're the people who don't welcome war, perhaps. It seems you know enough to recognize not all of this great city's people think the same way. Some are happy to remain spectators in the conflict taking place outside our door, not fight Mobius, maintain the status quo. They want nothing more than to steal the city's hatches, build up our defenses. Lots of conservative people like that here. But do pardon an old woman for that tangent, we're talking about ether cylinders. Their lot has been stockpiling more than they need, all just to cook a stuck at us. You should get what you need from them. Huh? Didn't you just say you didn't like each other? That doesn't mean there aren't any sensible people on that side too. I see. So even your separate factions are comprised of varying types then. Well, maybe we should pay a visit to one of these sensible people. Please do. Speak to Miori. She's the person in charge of the material storage warehouse. If you tell her that Nopon needs are many, the conversation should go smoothly. The Nopon's needs are many? The material storage warehouse is outside the city. Mind how you go. Understood. Thanks for your help. I swear we've talked to Miyabi like more than a dozen times already for other unrelated incidents.
The place Timna lives. It's so different from where they've got us staying.
I dare say being in one of those 6 houses sets one apart from most of the city residents too.
Actually, there's a save point here, isn't there?
I'm starving. Got anything I can eat? Just part of the protocol, innit?
Let's keep things on a tight loop.
Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching Xenoblade Chronicles 3 running on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.